Okay, everyone. My name is Sun Hing, and I'm going to introduce my project, which was space shooting. Okay. For the start of this project, this you all can see, I can move free around, and they have some space rock will disturb my way, and some UFO will also appear will suddenly appear when a time. So today I will show you how to make this game, and let's go. Okay, for the start we also need to open a new project file and go to layers and make these three layers. You can make the layer by adding the layer at top like this. Okay, let's start our project. Okay, for the first one also you can see for the background. Okay, it's the space background. Okay, at the universe. So we just need to input the image inside, and then we can now move to other layers. For the main layer, okay, the main layer we have some quite few things which was a spaceship, a shield, fire, laser, explosion, warp, rock, and UFO. These are the main thing inside our game, and in the UI layer is the words which was game over, congratulations, and reset. Okay, we will talk about the main first. Okay, at the main, okay, as you can see, for the first we insert this project this image or this object into our layer, and then we give it some behavior which was custom movement and point to layout, like what the thing I say at the last YouTube or the last video. I mouse to layer is to prevent our object go through the layout, and then we cannot use it. So this quite important. And for the next one is the custom movement. Okay, what is the function for the custom movement? Let's go to the event sheet and have a look. At this custom movement, we can adjust which key we need to use and what is the function after we use the key. Before that, you can at the main place insert new object and go down to the input. You can choose a keyboard and your mouse as your object, and then press insert. After that, you'll see it will appear at here, mouse and keyboard. After that, you are done. So you come over here and you start like keyboard on key press. Okay, on key press is to see which key you need to use. For example, I use W as the movement. Okay, after done, you can see when I press the W button, what it will happen, the spaceship will accelerate custom movement 100 and spaceship angle. So it will move forward 100 at the angle. Okay, and the next one is set a fire, set visible. Okay, for the next one is the fire. We insert the fire. After that, we put near to the spaceship that we have, and then we give it a behavior which was a pin behavior. You can find it at here. Okay, after you pin the behavior, this fire will go 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 around with the spaceship by we just need to go to here, system, on start of layout, the fire are pinned to the spaceship, so no matter where you go, the fire will also move with your spaceship together, move around together. Okay, then after that, because we don't want the fire always visible, we just want it visible when the spaceship are moving. So at here I put it invisible from the start. Okay, I put it invisible and go to event sheet, and then when the and what I said, where I just need the fire appear when the spaceship are moving. So at here, when my keyboard W is down, that means when W is pressed by the player, the fire will be visible. Then now the fire appear at the screen, so the player can see, oh, the spaceship are moving and got the fire animation come up. Okay, for the next one is the speed of the spaceship. You just adjust for yourself which speed you need. You want it like about 100 also can. Just see yourself. You just try and error and see whether what speed you need. Okay, the next one is for the mouse event. Okay, for my mouse event, I use it at where I click the left click button, the spaceship will spawn a laser. And just now how you see when I play my games, right, I can shoot a laser and destroy the space rock and the UFO. So this is how can I do it. So the only thing we need to add to the laser is a bullet behavior. When the bullet behavior we can adjust the speed of the bullet when if like when I shoot, how far and how fast the bullet will go. So just add one behavior to this one already can, a bullet behavior. Okay, after you put the bullet behavior, it will just move automatically. You no need to do anything at the event sheet. The only thing you want to do at the event sheet is like when you give a command, like for mine, when I click the left click of the mouse, my spaceship will spawn a laser, and then the laser will shoot out from the spaceship. Okay, and the next thing is the object is what I want to spawn at the layer. Like just now what I say, my layer is main and it's also called 1, so I put it on 1. So the laser will spawn at the main layer when we are playing the game. And I also add an audio for it, which was when the spaceship shoot a laser, there got a laser sound. Okay, move on to another one. Okay, for the space rock, you can see I also put a bullet behavior. The reason I put the bullet behavior is to let the space rock move around freely wherever they can go. Because they move freely, they have no direct angle or the place to move, so the player won't know where they will go. So the player just only can shoot the space rock or just flash to or move the spaceship to other place to prevent the spaceship being destroyed by the space rock. Okay, and the next is solid. Okay, the reason I put the solid is because when this project have solid, it collide with my spaceship will be blow up. So this is the reason why we need to put a solid behavior. Okay, next we move on to our event sheet. Okay, when like what I say, I create this one, okay, and then when my rock object is on collide with my spaceship will destroy, and also my fire will be destroyed because I spin my fire at my spaceship. And if these two are destroyed, this means the data will gone, so it won't eat too much of your memory when they are destroyed. And then when the spaceship are destroyed, the spaceship are spawn a explosion animation. I show you. See the explosion. Okay, it will spawn the animation of explode when the spaceship are destroyed, and also add a explosion sound effect for the spaceship when it's being destroyed. Next is is for my laser. When my laser are collide with the rock, my rock will destroy, and then my laser also need to destroy, because if I don't destroy my laser, the data are still in there. If a person shoot 1,000 or million laser, then the computer will eat a lot of memory. So we need to put a destroy event, so to prevent our laptop be lag or something else. Next one is the rock also spawn explosion animation when the laser are collide with the rock, and the rock are destroyed, and the animation of explosion are appear. Next, okay, for the shield, we just move on to the shield. For my shield, I just also put the pin behavior and solid behavior. Okay, the reason I put the solid behavior is it will cover my spaceship, and it will protect my spaceship being destroyed by the space rock and the UFO. Because it is too overpowered, so later I will teach you how to not make this shield to become overpowered. And the other thing we are use a pin behavior. The reason why we put the pin is because it's same as the fire. It will move around with the spaceship wherever the spaceship go. Okay, we move on to our event sheet. Okay, like what I say, how to prevent the shield to become too overpowered. We can just simply add some things. Okay, like here. This not to make anything, just pin the spaceship, pin the shield with the spaceship. Okay, next we move on. Okay, as you can see, every time when the rock collide with the shield will decrease opacity of 25%. After it collide with 4 times, our shield will be destroyed. See, when the opacity of our shield becomes 0, and then our shield will destroy. Then you have no shield to protect our spaceship. And at that time, you have to be very careful to playing this game, because you have no protection by the shield anymore. Because it collide with the rock about 4 times, the shield will be destroyed. Then this will make the shield not too overpowered. Okay, the next thing is, when the rock collide with the shield, it will got a sound wave, or we are injured. When the rock collide with spaceship, also got a sound animation for it. Okay, we just move on. Which was for the UFO part. Okay, the UFO will auto spawn at this point to inside this layout. So we have to be very careful for the UFO, because it will spawn automatically and different direction. So how we do that? Okay, at the system, we put every 3 seconds, our sprite will spawn at the random place at 0 and 800 at the X, and another random 0 to 600 at the Y. And the sprite will spawn a UFO on the layer 1, which is our main layer. So the spaceship will spawn inside in our layer. After that, after the UFO is over than 900, because our size of our windows are 800 times 600. So if it's more than 900, because more than 900 is mean the UFO are moving out to the layer. So when the UFO moving out to the layer, the UFO will be destroyed. It will destroy by itself. Okay, the next one is when the UFO collide with the rock, the UFO will be destroyed also. And the UFO also can be destroyed when it collide with our spaceship laser. When the spaceship laser are collide with the UFO will destroy, the laser also will be destroyed, and the animation of explosion also will be appear, and also will be seen by the player. And also we are doing the same thing for the spaceship. When the UFO collide with the spaceship, the UFO will destroy, but not our spaceship will destroy, just the UFO will be destroyed. And then the next thing, also our UFO when collide with the shield, our shield also will deduct 25% of opacity. After it collide with 4 times, no matter it's the rock or the UFO, the shield only can protect you 4 times. After the 4 times, the shield will be destroyed. And also when everything's collide, they have one audio sound effect. And we put a background music for this layout. Okay, when the layout will start, our background music will play on the time. Okay. For the next one, we already explained all of these things, and another things was for the UI part. Okay, at the UI part, just a simple things. When the system detect the space rock are equal to 0, that means when all the space rock are be destroyed, and then the layout will come up congratulations word and reset button at the layer at this position. Also will spawn at the position at 435, and also the message will set visible because we put our message on top of this layer and just put the invisible for it. After we achieve something, our words will be visible, and then the thing will be destroyed. Okay, and when this thing the reset button appear, we can use drag and drop behavior for it. I put a drag and drop behavior, and at the event we can add when the drag and drop start, the system restart the layout, so we can replay the games. No matter is when you are lose or you are win, you can also replay this game. After you don't want to play this game, you can just easy to close the program. After that, the last thing is this the warp things. Until now we don't have explained anything of the warp, so now I explain to you. When my mouse is click at the right click, my spaceship will spawn this animation out, and then my spaceship will just like spawn to random place of inside the layout. Will spawn my spaceship inside my layout. Later I will show you how it works by viewing how can I play. So the spaceship also after is spawn at the new position. So at the new position also got this animation will appear. Okay. Then I show you how. Okay, here you can see when I press my right click, my spaceship will spawn at a random place. That's how it works. Okay, that's all for our spaceship tutorial. See you next time.